My father influenced every part of my life. So he always seemed to be able to not only do the career private practice, but also give back to the city, as he said that he loved so much. I remember going to a trial of his. I must have been maybe 10 years old. The courtroom was quiet and they seemed to be listening to his every word. I think that was my first time I remember wanting to be an attorney. The most important thing to him was education, and that's why we ended up at Sidwell. The Quaker education, it teaches you that everyone has an internal light, even if it doesn't look like it from the outside. That's the environment I wanted my children in, so that's why we decided to go with the Quaker education. The day after I graduated from Syracuse Law School, I packed up my truck and drove home. I knew I wanted to be an assistant U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. Eric Holder called me and brought me in for my final interview. I wanted to make an impact, so I joined the domestic violence unit for that reason. I felt it was important to try and give voice to those that wouldn't necessarily have a voice. A lot of these cases deal with young children that witness this type of violence, and I wanted to make sure I showed the young children that this is not how we treat people that we care about, and that that child should not follow in the footsteps of whoever it is who is being tried that day. I received a call from Loretta. We went back and forth to Rwanda and Tanzania, and we'd spend weeks on end interviewing a number of witnesses to the genocides. To hear the stories and to hear what folks went through, it was probably the most powerful testimony I'd ever heard, and I had done murder trials. We ended up putting together a case in which the defense investigators were actually prosecuted for reaching out and harming these witnesses. It was probably the most powerful legal work that I've ever done in my career. We did a huge drug takedown in the area called Berry Farm. We actually flooded the community with services. We brought victim witness advocates. We did a basketball tournament down there to make sure that they knew that we weren't just coming to arrest everybody, we were actually a part of the community. And I think that helped in future cases when it was time for witnesses to come forward. Those small events helped the area heal. At my current firm, I was asked to lead the Black Affinity Group, and it seemed to be a normal transition from the diversity conscious work that we did at the U.S. Attorney's Office, so I jumped at the chance. This is important to me because no one has gotten anywhere of substance without help. And as a senior partner here, I feel it is necessary and incumbent upon me to actually mentor others like I was mentored. What I feel best about with respect to my career is that it's been DC-centric, because I love DC, born and raised here, and I've always wanted to give back. So I can see that being a reason why I go back out into public service, to kind of make sure that the people of the District of Columbia have a voice and are getting heard, not only in this area, but throughout the country.